Hey, hello. Did you miss me? So sorry about the missed Friday stream. I was a little bit busy swapping my NAS and router, and I got so angry while doing that I wasn't in a good condition to jump into Encoders because I know it's gonna mess me up again. But over the weekend I've been a little bit busy and I managed to check a few things. First thing that I managed to check is our specials. I know that they work. I just tested them yesterday on a Mac. Everything seems to be okay and they work quite nicely, and I have no issue with control and GUI, so no need to incorporate any kind of OS detection. We can just go with just like a raw hotkey. No need to change anything. I've been also looking into Cordy and I wanted to check how does it work with the latest modules that we've built, and it seems to be mostly okay. I was looking at it from the perspective of OS, our keys, and this also sparked a few changes inside the module. First one is that I have added these functions over here, actually this one as well. So tab code, it's kind of a mock-up of QMK function tab code, and I've built it in for the purpose, for example, if you would like to just send this code somewhere from your source code, so you don't want to have a key anywhere, you would like to just do some kind of processing on the keyboard, and you decide that okay, I need to send, like, for example, application quit. So instead of going through back to QMK and trying to send the key code, I implemented this tab code function. And what it does, I hope it's not against any kind of C code rules or anything like that. What it does, it will basically just create a key event together with the key code, and it will send it back to process record OSA key. So it will just send it back over here. Right there. Everything will be processed, and then we're gonna exit from here. I didn't do any kind of static variables over here because I don't think they are really needed, because we are not jumping out from here. We're just gonna process over here, then we come back, so these variables should be still on the stack. Besides, I tested this already, and I'm gonna show you where is it actually coming handy. And it's coming handy, for example, if you would like to do any kind of encoder stuff, like I have over here for Cordy. If I can only find it. Where is it? Okay, Cordy came up. Right, so for our encoders, we can just do, we have this function that will be called every time we detect motion on the magnetic encoder. And what we are getting here is a type of the magnetic encoder and direction. So on this one, I didn't bother with the type because I will have only one. So that doesn't really matter to me which encoder is sending that. And actually it's even better from my perspective because I can always swap the module from, let's say I have AS5600, I can always change this to MT6701. I don't need to do any code changes because the only thing that matters to me is the direction. And this is where this tab code function will come handy, because you will get the direction, so you can check which direction are you going through. And for example, instead of trying to send the key code back to QMK and back to the module for processing, we can basically tap the code. So over here we're gonna do mouse wheel up or mouse wheel down. Actually the opposite, this one is down and this one is up, and yeah, and that's it. We don't have to do anything else. And another thing that I decided to change at the same time, and this one was actually sparked by Cordy, and the reason for that is I realized, I mean, this is like a very edge case scenario where this will come handy, I imagine. I think I might be the only person that will be actually using that, and the reason is that Core D has a completely internal engine, so it's bypassing most of the QMK processing, and therefore I can't check easily on which layer I am, because I am not using QMK layers. I'm using the internal Core D layers or engine layers, and they are called pseudo layers. And we can see that over here. I think I have it compiled as well. It should be somewhere over here. Yeah, so this is generated from the JSON file, and these are all the layers that I have in my current layout setup. This one is always present, so besides, if you remove it, the engine won't compile or won't generate properly. But yeah, all the rest is what I'm using. And yeah, so going back to these functions that I mentioned. So we have activate horizontal, activate vertical scroll. And over here in our OSA keys, we just added recently scrolling. And we have a really nice function over here that can do that. And we have two types how we can trigger scrolling. Actually, this is meant for scrolling with any pointing device. So let's say you have a trackball or you have a trackpad, and you would like to scroll by moving this device. So for example, on a trackball, you can just move ball up or down or left and right. And I've been using this in a way that I would trigger some kind of an event. Usually I had it assigned to my layers. So for example, layer number 1, if I was on this layer, this would also trigger scrolling on my ball and the layer up and down, and the layer number 2, that would be left and right. And I realized that I can't really do it easily for Core D, but also maybe not won't be that easy for some other keyboards as well. So I decided to add those functions. They are meant to be called like from your code, something like this OSA tab code. So by doing this, we can activate. We have these two Boolean variables over here. So this is pointing device scroll vertical and pointing device horizontal scroll. So I decided not to expose them directly. I think, if I'm correct, of course, my C is still not that great, but I think these are internal to this file. So you can't see them outside. You can't assign this value. You can't assign this variable any other value because it's not accessible from outside of this file. But that's why I have those. That's why I have those files functions over here. As you can see, one will activate, the other will deactivate. The name is rather self-explanatory. And for example, this came handy for me on my engine. Well, actually, it's not my engine, it's the Stom engine, but on the battery engine, I've added one tiny function. And that function is something similar to QMK. Is pseudo layer on. I think QMK has is layer on or something like that, and this will give us true or false depending if current pseudo layer, which is like the internal layer inside the engine, which one is active right now, if it's equals to which one we are asking about. And it's kind of nice because like we have this exposed as well. All these defines are available to you in your keymap file. So this way, you can just politely ask, like I'm doing over here. This is Core D engine. You can ask, is this pseudo layer on? And this is like for vertical scrolling, horizontal scrolling. And if it is, I will just activate. And if it's not, I will just deactivate. Worked great. I tested yesterday, and it's pretty much what I wanted. Yeah, because before we had what did we have? We have a key as well. If we go back to this module, we can activate this scroll in two ways. So one way is by using this variable. So we have to use those functions to activate. And the other way, we can go directly from the matrix. I mean, from the physical matrix, how keys are on the keyboard. So you don't have to worry about any key functionality. As soon as you press this particular key, it will work. It will trigger. All you have to do is you have to provide a row and a column. This is very similar to QMK boot magic. Over there you also have to supply a row and a column, and then it doesn't matter like what is happening with the keyboard. As long as this particular key is pressed, you will get into flashing mode. So this is very similar. I don't know if I tested this one already. I did test this, and the reason why I couldn't test that with Cordy is that in Cordy I have to use two keys to enable scrolling. So for me, if I would just use one key, that would be very inconvenient, because like one of the keys that I usually have my scroll on is a mouse button. So every time I would press a mouse button, I would go into the scroll mode. So that wasn't an option for me. So this kind of sparked all those changes. They might come handy for maybe someone else in the future. I don't know, but I think it's okay to have that. And yeah, at least we have a clean interface how to enable it. So that should be okay, in my opinion. All right, so in terms of changes, I think that's it. We missed the Friday stream. Well, actually, I missed that, but yeah, it is what it is. Sometimes happens. But today I am back, and today we have to go back to something that I wasn't quite happy about, and that thing was our encoders in Matrix over here. Of course, we have some more work with Cordy. There is one more thing that doesn't work with Cordy. Oh yes, right. And speaking of Cordy, I had to add some more stuff. Yeah, the Cordy is making everything more complicated than it should be, but I think it's worth it. So going back to the OSA keys, I had to go back and add a special left GUI key and left control key, and they are being swapped inside the module over here. And I had to do that because the basic swap didn't quite work. I don't know how is the structure when it's processing, because there are some keys that engine is sending back to QMK, and there are some that are being sent from the engine straight to the keyboard. And I think for Control and Alt, if I do KC, this one, it doesn't go back to QMK. Engine will just send it on its own, and the part that is responsible for that is over here. I think it's a key in and key out, yeah, over here. So this will register the code, and register code is actually a function from QMK, but from what I saw, I don't think it's capable of swapping those keys anymore. I think we are like somewhere higher up in the hierarchy of calls, I guess. Anyways, it didn't work. I was trying to output command, I was getting control. So I had to add those two keys, and now looking at the definition file, I have them. For example, if I take a look over here, right, so they are defined as external, so this means they will be sent back to QMK, and QMK will send it upstream to different modules, and they will be taken care of by the OS our keys module. So we have a control and we have GUI. So they will be swapped and then they will be sent to the PC. I don't think there was any other way around it, so I had to bring them back. They work. I checked that yesterday. Seems to be okay. I still have to think what I want to do with the right control and right GUI, because I guess if we have right control on a Mac and we press that, most probably it won't be swapped, because I am currently only processing the left control over here. So if it's okay, but that's left control. Yeah, so yeah, that's gonna skip the whole module. So if we have right control, for example, over here, there should be right control somewhere. What was it? RCTL. Okay, I have only one shot. Is it? Is there any else? No, looks like it's only one. Yeah, so the only thing I think that is left is one-shot keys, and of course the engine has a different implementation. Everything is somewhere over here. Okay, it should be one of those. Okay, single dance mouse. There should be single dance, kiki dance, auto shift. Oh wow, it should be somewhere over here. Okay, one-shot key. I think that's the one. Yeah, so we will have to take a look at this and somehow incorporate our key swapping over here, because right now if I do a one-shot left control, I will get left control, and on a Mac I would like to get command key. So I think that's the last thing that is still not working, but we're not gonna focus on that today. Today we have to finish encoders in Matrix. Finally, I haven't looked into this at all, so we are starting where we left off. Okay, give me a sec, guys. I think I need to switch off the aircon because it's getting really cold. And I'm back. Okay, so where were we? What have we done so far? Okay, first of all, we were working on a different keyboard. So we're gonna be changing behavior of this one. This one, yeah, it should be easier, I suppose. I still haven't thought about chord D. But I think with chord D, I don't know if this module will work with chord D. But yeah, okay, I digress as usual, trying to go too far. Okay, so where were we? Okay, we are trying to put together a proper encoder state. And okay, what's that? Maybe I should have streamed on Friday because I already forgot what we did. Okay, so we are reading the matrix row. This means I should have them defined somewhere. Let me take a quick look. Not to mention that I kind of broke this keyboard because I comment out all the scrolling stuff. So for now it's not working, although the ball scroll should work. Okay, where are we? DBD. Okay, key map. I think it was in matrix. Okay, let's open both. Okay, do I have definition? Because we need to define Was it here? Okay, boot magic. I don't think I have definitions yet. Yeah, because we need to define, okay, encoders in matrix. Okay, I think I have it over here. Is that correct? Okay. Oh no, that's num and resolution. Okay, let me take a look. Okay, I remember now. So we don't have any defines yet. We settled for an array over here. So that is row and column, so 0, 15, 115. So this, like every encoder, it has two outputs, right? A and B, and like when you rotate it, these outputs will be either 1 or 0. And it would be nice if we could have like 1, 0 or 0, 1, but that's not the case. It's usually like 1, 0, 0, 1, then we have 1, 1. So at some point, both of them will be on, then it's 0, 1, and so forth. I think it's called gray code in binary because it's kind of like a mirror. So you get like 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, and you go forward depending on how many bits you have. Okay, so we have to read that. And we are trying to do that from the matrix. Okay, so what do we have? Pod 0, pod 1. Okay, so this should be capable of reading one path. Path A, then we have another round. It's gonna be path B. Okay, so over here, well, I have a cheat sheet over here because I can look up my other code. I think I put it over here. So we are not at a complete loss in terms of processing. Okay, that's interesting. I could swear that I commented this out. Yeah, I'm pretty much sure that I managed to comment. Oh yeah, of course I did. That's an old source code, this one. Okay, so that's the current layout. Not much to see, but more interesting is this one. Okay, I was right. I did comment this out. Okay, so that's how we have now encoder processing. Yeah, so that's the next step that we have to do. So we have to put this data together. Okay, we have two encoders, right? So currently, so that's our encoder over here. Okay, path A and B. So the next one is gonna be what? Okay, encoder count. So I would say it would have to be encoder data, current encoder, like this. And I think, do we need to shift that? Okay, maybe there is one step that we can skip, because over here we should have like pod A and B. So do we need to go with the data? Maybe we can just dump it straight away into count, something like this. Okay, encoder. So okay, first thing we need to do, we have to shift it by 2. So we have like those two paths, A and B. We have to move them a little bit to the left. Then we have to what was next? All right. So we have to add okay, so this count, well, basically we don't even need a count for that. We don't need maybe this array because, okay, let's do it like this. A good thing is that we can print and take a look what we got. Okay, maybe we can change that. Okay, would that work if we have a, for example, path AB? Okay, these are all int 8. Okay, so maybe I should change that. Okay, let's try doing this like this. We're gonna read this. Okay, we can add this one over here. how it's gonna look like. Okay, so over here, when I'm looking at it, yeah, so we have to shift it to the left. Twice. Okay, and add this data. So it's gonna look something like this. If I can only find anything to draw. How do I get rid of that? Okay, so it's gonna be something like this. We have path A and B, and the output from them will be something like this. Can be 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. Yeah, and that's pretty much it, right? And we have to take that. We need the current state, and we have to combine it with the previous state. So for example, this is like step 1. We are reading that. Let's say we read this one, right? We have to put into some variable. Then we have a step 2. It's the same. So the output will be... Okay, maybe I should have done it like this. So let's say this time we will have 1 and 0. We're gonna read that. We also have to put that into variable, but in the second step, we have to, let's say we have here 1, 1. In the next step, we have to move this left by 2 bits, shift left by 2 bits. So it's gonna be 1, 1, right? And then we're gonna have this. So after this step, we will have 1, 1, 1, 1, and 0. So that's our final state. And based on that, that's gonna be what? 8, 4, 12. That's gonna be what? 14? Am I correct? Yeah, 14. And not that bad with binary yet. Yeah, so, and based on that, from this array, we'll have to take out the state. So it's gonna be 14, right? So that's 15. So it should be -1, right? So then we will need to put this in state, right? So over here, okay, encoder state. Yeah, so like you can see over here, we're gonna take the index from this array and we're gonna put it into state. So I think we are almost there. We have those 2 paths over here. So I think this variable will be okay. The question is, does it have to be signed? I don't think it have to be signed because this one only needs to be signed. So okay, let's change that into unsigned. Okay, so encoder count. So in the encoder count, we're gonna store the state. So we're gonna shift it by 2. So this is what we did over here, and then we're gonna add the next variable. So that's gonna be next iteration. Okay, that's gonna be next iteration, but that's gonna be not this. It's gonna be next time we jump into this array, into this function. Okay, so that is one thing, encoder count. And okay, right now, so okay, so this actually the count doesn't have to be unsigned, because we won't be needing anything like that. What also makes me wonder, we have to limit this. Okay, do I really have to do this? Because that's 15, right? Oh yeah. Okay, so we do have to do logical AND, because we have to extract only the 4 bits. We only have to extract this, because like over time it's gonna be more. There will be like some other stuff over here, for example, like this. So that will be like a higher half, and this will be lower half. So this one doesn't interest us. We just need to do AND over here. So to extract this data from here. And that's fairly easy. Okay, something like this. So over here we should have the state combined. So this should be enough to get the index from here. Okay, so this one needs to be signed. This one I don't think so, because this has to be positive, right? Because this one will go as an index. So over here we have encoder state for this particular encoder, and it's gonna be from this array. We just have to take this one. Okay, encoder count. This looks like a disaster, probably. Okay, so I think this is fairly okay. We still haven't processed like the final state of the encoder, because this one, this is only like one step, right? Because what we will be doing, yeah, that should be okay. When I look at it, that should be a plus. So we are adding those states. So like it's gonna be like either +1 or -1, and after we reach a certain threshold, and this threshold is gonna be defined over here, that's our resolution. So over here we have resolution of 4. So once we hit enough ones, depending on the position, as you can see, it's not like there's only one depending like what will be the encoder state. Yeah, once they all add up to 4, this is where we're gonna release the message that okay, the encoder was triggered. You can see that over here as well. This is the resolution, right? That's the encoder state. So once we are like above, well, technically it should be equal because it only goes up or down by 1. So I don't think there's a risk that we might, skip over the threshold anyway. And yeah, this one over here is something that I had to do. I had to clean up the matrix. Oh no, actually not clean up the matrix. What I had to do before, I had to read those bits from the matrix, remove them, then figure out which encoder was pressed in what way, and then I would put it back because I had this encoder was defined as a key in my matrix, and you can see it. Over here even. For example, this one. This is also the definition for the volume. So I think that's this encoder right here. And yeah. So I would have to put it back. Therefore, QMK can properly read that and trigger a key. But we're not gonna be doing this anymore. Over here, as you can see, I removed those keys from here. So they are no longer being processed by QMK like this. We just gonna generate a message from inside our module, and we're gonna handle it just like any other encoder. So it's gonna be very similar. Maybe I should combine this with magnetic encoders, but they are kind of different. So okay, yeah, I digress as usual. Okay, what do we want to do? Okay, I think maybe like the simplest check that we can do. I think we can just check this value. Let's say encoder state like this. Okay, and we need to print. Okay, that will be sign, and that will be. Okay, I think we have to do it outside. Not like this. Yeah, one thing that is kind of annoying with Vim is that control copy and paste is kind of like acting weird. Okay. So I think that will be past the processing. Okay, so encoder state. We gonna check. Okay, let's check just one. Okay, so it's gonna be like this. Okay, let's do 0. Okay, something is off. And let's add a new line, right? Okay, is that it? And how bad is it? Okay, let's see what happens. I also have a new app that is constantly checking the sources and uploading them to my QMK server. And I think I don't have to send anything anymore. I just should be able to log in and compile. So we have to go back. Okay, that's DBD, and the layout was default. In Cordy I have such a mess. I have so many different layouts. Okay, of course we have an error. What's the problem? Alright, defined but not used. I hate this. I really hate this with a passion, this warning. But what can you do? Okay, I hope that's just this one. I wonder if it already... Okay, that's kind of odd that it didn't catch this one earlier. Oh my god, what's this mess? Community introspection, that is... Okay, OSI keys. Really? Okay, define scroll divisor. What the hell is that? Oh, that's funny because like it wasn't complaining yesterday when I was compiling, and I was compiling the same module because right now it's complaining about OSI keys. Okay, introspection, OSI keys, introspection, right. It's .h. What's the problem here? Oh no, .c. Okay, tab code. How come it's unknown? Okay, I think I messed up something somewhere else, and that's why it's behaving. Okay, how about this? I don't know what is happening, but like sometimes I will get some kind of a compilation error, then I will do QMK clean, I will recompile, and then it's fine. But usually it was complaining on some keys from modules that definitions were missing, but this one seems to be different. That is completely stupid because I compiled this yesterday and it was working. I even tested that. How come it doesn't understand this type? It has to be. Or maybe I made a typo somewhere? No, that should be okay. Okay, let's go back over here. Am I missing something? Maybe I am missing... No, all of this is okay. That is odd. As usual, that wouldn't be everyday Ergo if it compiled at the first try. Okay, missing braces. Okay, shit is getting very weird. So maybe there are braces missing somewhere else, because like all these introspections, I think it's like adding file after file after file, and probably I could have skipped some braces somewhere else, and that's why it's going crazy like that. Let's take a look. What is... Okay, OSI key. So that's the first one that's getting included. Maybe in my... Okay, key map. Okay, this one looks clean. Okay, nothing's missing here. Okay, matrix. Yeah, should be good as well. Okay, that is interesting. I think I need that drink. I think in order to write C, I need something stronger than just water. especially when I'm getting errors like this one. Okay, so it's complaining about this, but it shouldn't, because this one is from QMK. Okay, and it's complaining. Okay, something is off with the stuff that it's including. Okay, QMK keyboard. How about now? That's odd. Like yesterday it was okay, today it's not. Okay, so we managed to get this one out. Have I removed that by accident, maybe? But we are still having issues with this, so probably... Okay, but we have QMK keyboard over here. Okay, let me take a look. Where can I find that? Okay, inside the engine, we had this function to send back to QMK. And okay, we have only QMK keyboard, so that should be working, no problem, right? Key in, key out, tab key, single dance. Yeah, single dance external, so that's basically what we have over here. Okay, that's funny, because right now it's not complaining about this type, so now it's okay, but it's having issues with this type. Okay, maybe I can take a look. Okay, are we missing something? Okay, pointing device, QMK keyboard. Well, that should be enough. We should have all the definitions right here. Okay, I think this piece of code, I think I can find it somewhere in the repeat key. Okay, quantum repeat key over here. Okay, repeat key and quantum key codes. Okay, so it's nothing particularly special included over here. How about here? Okay, action keyboard. Okay, let's take a look. Where is it's complaining about the structure, has no member key code. Key record. Okay, let's see. Where is this thing defined? Well, I'm very surprised. I had no issues compiling this yesterday. Doesn't really make sense. Unless I messed up something with the source at the end of the day and I can't just remember. Okay, I think it's defined over here. Okay, action.c, action.h. Does it mean I have to include that? Let's give it a shot. But I didn't have to include it with the engine, and that's within the same. It's also introspection. Okay, let's give it a shot like this. Okay, how about now? Okay, I think I know. Yesterday I was compiling Cordy, and today we are compiling different keyboard. And if you take a look over here, we only have this field if we have combos enabled or if we have repeat key enabled. Oh boy. And I think that's what I have in my engine as well. I think I am forcing. Okay, where is it? Rows MK. Yes, repeat key. Ah, shit. Yeah, so yesterday it was compiling because actually it wasn't compiling because it's not included in Cordy yet. So that's why it had no issues. Okay, but then you're right, okay, it worked because Cordy at some point is including the repeat key, and this one is not. Can I get around this somehow? Alright, perfect. And Visual Studio just popped out like, yeah, why won't you update right now? No, thank you. Alright, can I get around that? You see how it is? Like I'm trying to do one thing and then I have to fix 3 other things that are kind of not even related that much because OSA keys, I'm not working on this right now. Okay, what can we do about that? Okay, I have a key code over here. So if I would like to include okay, key record. So without this feature, damn it. Well, I really don't want to include that. I would like it to be independent in a way. Does it mean that I have to change like all these calls? God damn it. To say it politely. Okay. Let's do it like this. For now, of course, just for now, I'm just gonna include repeat key. I think it was repeat key equals yes. Where was that? Over here. Repeat key enabled. Let's drop it over here. Enable, right. Okay, maybe I can yank it. Okay, so this should solve the issue, maybe, for now. And we have to come back to this later. Oh, right. What is the problem? Housekeeping task, OSA keys. Okay, what's the undefined reference to scroll activated? Alright, really? Do I even have anything like that over there? Ah, looks like I do. Okay, so compiler is not lying. We don't need that. Okay, let's save it. How about now? I wonder if it even uploaded. Holy shit. Hold on a second. Oh, we do have that. That was supposed to be our callback. Awesome. I just removed that. Okay, so now we are back. But why is it complaining? This one definitely compiled yesterday. Not compiling anymore. Perfect. Okay, but this one is defined as a weak function, right? Do I also have to define it as a weak over here? Okay, a typo. Scroll like this. Who wrote that? Who wrote this shit? Why is it so bad? Finally. Okay, actually I'm scared to upload to the keyboard. Okay. Okay, it would be nice to get some kind of output. HID listen. There you are. Oh wow. So definitely I messed up something. Okay, because we are not doing anything with it and it's going crazy. Okay, like this. Right. Okay, at least something. Okay, let's go back. I think we will have to take it maybe step by step and see what is happening. Okay, that is interesting. So okay, let's do it like this. Okay, first of all, I'm gonna comment this out. I would like to take a look. What are we reading over here? So this part A and B. Well, basically, okay, it's reading something. Yeah, okay. Let's take a look. What are we actually reading? Okay, so let's see our... Okay, first will be our row, and that's gonna be this part. Okay, but that's the part A and B. Oh no, that's okay. So that's the row and the column. Okay, let's do new line, and would be nice to see what did we actually read. Okay, part A, B, and maybe new line at the end. Okay, row column. So I'm expecting that it will be those values like 0, 15, 1, 15. And then the state of these, because right now it's a complete mess. Okay, path A and B. Okay, I think I know what's the problem. I forgot. I think it should be something like this. I forgot to shift this by 1, right? So we read A, then we have to move it, and then we read path B. Okay, so it's gonna be read left, read left. Okay, that's a little bit too much. Okay, we don't have to. Okay, because right now we are shifting it too far, because it's gonna shift by 2, and we need to do only one shift. Okay, so maybe instead of doing this in a loop, maybe we can skip the loop. Like this. And we can do it. Okay, this one. Let's comment. Okay, so we have path A and B. It's gonna be okay, path encoder. Okay, so that's gonna be one path. We're gonna shift. One more, but this one we have to change. It's gonna be something like this. And then we don't have to do any shift anymore, at least not here. Okay. Over here, let's change that to 0. So that will be only one. Okay, that will be one path, right? Row and column for the path A probably. So 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. Okay, over here path A. Okay, let's see what happens now. Okay, of course we have an error. What's the problem? Okay, define but not used. Oh, of course it's not used. Okay, so to make it happy, I'm gonna. I think I should comment this one. Yeah. Okay, now it should be better. What's the problem? Extension of. Right, yeah. This one will be what? Okay, let's do Maybe binary? Would that be okay? Like 8-bit binary? Or should it be integer? Which one would be better to look at? Doesn't matter. What's that? Yes, okay. It hasn't been even... How long is the stream? Hey, 1 hour, and I'm already making so many mistakes. Shit, no, come on. Just compile. What is it this time? Yeah, of course. What's that? Okay, let's do int over here. Or maybe... okay, it's int, so it's not signed, and over here also int, right? Okay, how about now? Yeah, I see that it's still trying to send it. Oh, come on. Okay. I wonder what took so long. Oh, come on. What's the problem? What's the problem? Okay, we have more issues over here. Yeah, of course. But don't tell me I have to include debug over here. Really? Really? Debug.h? Okay, would that make it happy? Okay, why is it taking so long to upload? Shit. Right. There's nothing like print int. There is print tech, and over here as well. Okay, how about now? Why is it taking so long for it to copy? What is it talking about? There is no do over here. What's the line? Okay, logging print. .h. Yeah, as usual, issues with Vim. I mean, it's kind of annoying, like when you press U, sometimes it will just undo some stuff that you don't want it to undo. Maybe I should read up, like, how does it actually work, U on Vim. It seems to be conflicting with VS Code. Okay, at least we have it compiled. How bad can it get? Okay, this looks kind of promising. Let's stop it maybe. Okay, so it's reading okay. Row 0, 15, row 0, 7. So that is correct. Then our path over here. Okay, I don't like this value. Or maybe it's okay. Okay, the question is which encoder is it really? If I try to maybe change the value somehow. Oh shit. I don't know if this is left or right. Yeah, I'm not seeing like 1, 1. Okay, so we are reading something. That is a bit of a success. At least we know that the column and row is correctly being read from our messed up array. Okay, put this part. I don't like the way it looks. Okay, but I'm kind of curious, like, what will be over here? Let's give it a shot, and I think I can maybe remove matrix debug, debug matrix. Oh, come on. Like this. Okay, one more try to compile. Yeah, I don't like it when it's so fast. Came up introspection. Okay, I forgot to save. So I was right to be suspicious about it. Okay, it still hasn't changed much. Okay, folder. Oh, maybe it didn't save yet. How about now? Okay, still the same. All right, let's see. Okay, is it even printing anything from there? Encoder state. I can't really see what is happening. let's go. Okay, too much stuff. We have to comment this one out maybe. What I'm expecting to see is like a constant value from the state, because we are not moving the encoder anyway, so that should settle on one value technically. All right, it's printing something. Encoder state is 0. Okay, shit, it looks like it works. Look, I am moving up, I'm moving down. No way it works. That is so cool. Look at this shit. Wow, so I'm surprised. I didn't have much confidence that it's gonna work, but yeah, it looks like it's perfectly fine. And like when you can see, we have like 2, because I keep moving in the same direction, so you can see that it's like increasing. And currently, at this moment, it should trigger a message that we have reached the threshold. It should reset the state, and yeah, that's how the encoder will work. That is so good. That is so good. Okay, so how do we proceed with that? Okay, makes me wonder. Okay, I would like to add one more, because we have 2 on this keyboard. Would be nice to have maybe some kind of a new line. Like this. And let's call this one. Okay, state 2. No need to be too creative. I wonder if the other one is working also okay. Anything else? Okay, new line, the value. All right, that should do it. Yeah, as you can see right now, nothing is happening. I am not moving the encoder, so the value stays fixed, which is exactly how it's supposed to be. Okay, so the other one is kind of going crazy. Okay, what could be causing that? Okay, we are doing both encoders. Okay, encoder 0. That is interesting. Yeah, so the second one is like triggering all the time. Okay, it's flipping. Okay, what could be the problem? So for the first encoder, we have 2, right? So 0 and 1. Okay, I think I know. So we need a separate array. Do we? Okay, how about... So I think the problem is with this one. Shouldn't we zero it? I wonder if I can zero it over here. I think that should do the trick. Well, I can also zero it over here because it's gonna be A and B, and then the next encoder. Okay, let's see if I'm right. Yeah, I think that should do the trick because like we need a clean value for the next round, and then we read it. Yeah, I think that's the problem. We're gonna find out soon. Good that I checked. I didn't go further trying to implement like the callbacks and all this shit because it doesn't work exactly how I am expecting it. But we are there. We are almost there. And what do we have right now? Okay, look at it. Nothing is happening. Okay, let's move one. And let's move the other one. Okay. Yeah, so I was right. I was right. I like it when I'm right. Okay, so I think since this is all inside the for loop, how about we do it like this? Path A and B, and over here. Oh, okay. We don't need to do anything else. Is that gonna work? Should work, I think. Okay, encoder 0. Alright, this one should be... I'm not quite sure if I can define more. Okay, it compiled, no problem. Okay, so this should be this should work okay for us. So that is kind of nice. We got rid of one array. Okay, we need states, we need count, and we need the current state of the encoder. Okay, so this one goes away. This one, we don't need this stuff. Should I keep that? Okay, let's keep it for now, just in case I break something else along the way. Okay, path A, pay. Alright, so I guess that's it. So we have both encoders. Okay, so now we have to figure out, this is loop where we are reading this stuff. Over here we have values. And over here we have to finally use this one, encoder in matrix resolution. I think I'm gonna change that to 2. I think then we will have an output with every click from the encoder, because like they usually have it's like a tactile step. So I think with the value of 2, you get a response every step, and with 4, I think it's every other one. Which is not nice, because you can feel it that it moved, but nothing happens, and then the next time it moves, and then finally you get a response. So I'm gonna keep it at 2. We can try that later if I'm right about this value. Okay, so what do we need to do over here? We definitely have to check the state. So we need, okay, well, basically maybe we can stay inside this loop. Would that be okay? We don't really need maybe another loop, because at this point At this point, we have this value ready. So we can, I think we can check from here. We don't need to do 2 loops. So it should be something like this. If the state of the encoder, which is the current encoder, if it's greater than, okay, if it's greater or equal, so it's 4 equals 4, or like, I mean, it shouldn't go above. Okay, the question is if it's gonna be minus or plus. Okay, maybe I can take a look here how it was done. It's not an issue. Okay, I wouldn't know. Okay, let's do it like this. If it's greater than, and I already forgot the name of this variable. Okay, give me a sec. Okay, I'm back. Where were we? Right, we are trying to get the thresholds right for the encoders. Okay, so if it's greater than, and what can we do about that? It's okay, house task keeping encoders in matrix. We should have some kind of a callback, maybe. Would that be okay? Something like I have over here in magnetic encoders. Let's take a quick look. Okay, it's over here. Yeah, we have a weak function like this. Would that also work for us for the encoders in matrix? Let's think about it. So once we hit the threshold, we have to advertise this somehow, and I think it's very much like we have over here. Yeah, I think we're gonna do it in a similar fashion. Now when I look at it, maybe I should consider kind of merging magnetic encoders and maybe encoders in matrix into like one file. Would that make sense? Because then we could have the same callback for all of this stuff instead of like duplicating the code. Okay, for now, let's do it like this. And the biggest question is, how am I gonna name this function? Okay, it's gonna be returning void. Encoders in matrix. Was it like report? It would be nice to at least maybe keep a consistent naming. Okay, over here. Okay, so it's magnetic encoder update user. So maybe I can do that as well. Encoders in matrix update user. Okay, so we're gonna be needing which encoder was that and what direction. Yeah, okay, so how can we name those encoders properly? Because right now all we have, it's gonna be index inside the array, so we can call it like this is unsigned int. So that won't be that easy to figure out. Okay, let's first see if it even works. So it's gonna be unsigned int. It's gonna be encoder. Let's call it like that, at least for now. And boolean direction, right? Which way we are going. Okay, let's copy that. Let's drop it. Attribute. Okay, is this correct? I think I should one day take a look what actually is this attribute weak. Maybe we can check now. I wonder if this is probably compiler specific. Okay, GCC. Okay, so nothing too complicated. Okay. So magnetic encoder. So over here we have our encoders in matrix update user. Well, basically that should be called encoder in matrix, maybe. Well, that's just like a naming problem. Can be changed anytime. So we're gonna have encoder index and the direction over here. Okay, so that's that. Okay, I think I have to make it like this, right? It's a definition. Right, and yeah, of course without semicolon at the end. Because this is like a definition of this function over here, and if something else comes up, that will override this one. So this one will be empty, but at least we can call it from here. So if we exceeded the threshold, so we can call encoders in matrix. That will be our encoder index. And the direction, okay, let's make it true. Then else if the state of the current encoder, if it's and I forgot to change, so the state for this encoder after we call it should be 0, right? Because like all the state has already built up. We called the function to process it, and now it's 0, so it's gonna go, you know, from 0. So depending on the direction, it will build up again. So that was for 1, and then we can do encoders in matrix res. That one is minus. So we call it like this. We're gonna call encoders in matrix. We're gonna give it the index, and we're gonna give it false because it's the opposite direction. And then we have a state which needs to be 0. Okay, so that should do the trick. I look how cleaner this has become compared to the older implementation. Okay, so that's one thing. Okay, so I guess the next step would be over here in our keymap file. We would have to implement this weak function, so we have to override it. So what was the definition? Okay, that was void encoders in matrix. Okay, encoder and direction. Okay, for now, well, basically we are getting proper values. I don't think it will break anything. So which encoder was what? That's a good question. Okay, so the first one, so the index 0 is the one responsible for scrolling. Okay, so let's try implementing that. Okay, let's do a switch maybe over here on the encoder. And if it's yeah, that's I don't like it too much. We have to come up with some other way to name that. Or maybe it would be better if I just do it like a simple if-else. Okay, screw it. Let's do it like this. Okay, 0 if direction. Okay, how can I scroll? What would be the easiest way to scroll? I can use, yeah, I think I can use my OSA tab key code, was it? And it's gonna be OA mouse wheel. Okay, what was the name? Hold on a second. Where did I put? the scrolling. Ah yes, okay, I forgot that, yeah, I'm not using my custom keys, I'm using the default from QMK. So, okay, if I do tab code, no, I think I still have to use this one, yeah. And this will bring us back to our issue with the structure over there, so yeah. I mean, for now it's gonna work because we have repeat key on, so that structure has correct members, so we can put the key code over there. Okay, so wheel, it's gonna be, okay, let's do wheel up, else we gonna do, yeah, this will come handy, as I said, key code, like this, wheel down, and this one is ms wheel up. So that's one thing. Okay, I think I'm gonna just leave it on this one. Well, basically, let's say we would like to, okay, let's do it like this. Okay, but at the same time I will not know which one was called. Okay, let's do it like, let's just implement one. Okay, scroll up, scroll down from here, so that's the callback. Going back to here, so this one is weak over here, and we have it defined as well over here. So basically this should compile if you are lucky, and if you are not lucky it won't compile. Exactly what happened. Okay, what's the problem? Okay, encoders in matrix already. Where did I call that? Okay, this one. It was supposed to be update user. No one is telling me I'm making mistakes. Okay, encoder in matrix. Also, it's complaining about all the same shit. Okay, how about now? Ready. Did it send encoders in matrix update user, update user? Okay, so the naming is correct everywhere. Oh, come on, compile. No, still nothing. It's not a function. Which file would that be? Oh, okay, I think I know. Right, encoders in matrix. Update user. Okay, now it should be fine. Or maybe not. Okay. Okay, implicit the OSI tab code. Ooh. I think in QMK tab code is one name. Tab code, or is it with the underscore? Let's see. Oh, maybe not. Maybe it's on. Okay, it's an underscore. All right. So okay, that's okay. OSI tab code, and this one is correct. OSI tab code. Okay, tab code, not key code. Damn, so many mistakes. Okay, tab code. Okay, are you happy now? Tell me you're happy. Yes, it is happy. Okay, guys, moment of truth. I'm gonna scroll this web page. I hope I'm gonna scroll this web page. Yes, I am scrolling the web page. Holy shit. That is very, very cool. And yes, I was right about the resolution. So if you do it, if you go with the number 2, a value of 2, then you get with every step, you get one scroll. Okay, it works. Holy shit. I can't believe it. But what doesn't work is this damn key code over here. Yeah, so quick look back over here in my OSA module. What can I do about this? Okay, this one stays. Yeah, we have to figure out something with this one. Okay, how can I call this function without like doing too much work? I mean, I think the best thing that I could, I mean, maybe not the best thing, but like the first thing that comes to my mind would be to move all this processing to like a separate function, which I can call later on. So I would be calling those functions from here. I would be calling them from there. Yeah, because yeah, this one requires key record, and if we don't include the repeat key, then we are stripped away. I mean, either combos or repeat key has to be enabled. Then we will have a key code over there, which I don't like it either way. Makes me wonder what would happen if I would make an internal definition for the key record just over here. But it's gonna... Okay, it might collide with this one. Yeah, okay, I don't think I can do that. How can I approach this problem? We are so close to have it clean, because like we have the communication, everything is okay, like encoders are being processed correctly, I have a callback, I have everything. And actually the thing that is not working correctly is this like tapping code from there. And yeah, and another issue is that how can we properly name those encoders? Because like right now, if we look at it like this, so if you would like to, let's say you have a keyboard and you would like to have these encoders, so you have to define something like this on your own. I don't know if I can turn this into some kind of a macro somehow. Maybe it can be changed, because basically what it is, like This one is constant, like we're not gonna change that. This one stays the same. So we could technically maybe turn this into a macro. What we would need would be like these things to somehow expand. So we have pad A, pad B, and for each of them you will have a row and a column. So instead of defining all of this, you would just go, you could just go something like, I don't know, let's call it, create, something like that, and that would be like pad A row, right? Pad A column, and then we would have a pad B row, pad B column, right? And that would be one encoder. So I think we would have to make it something like this. And then we would have come on, paste it. Ah, shit. That would be like encoder number 2, right? That would be pad A row, pad A column. And pad B row, pad B column, something like this. Yeah, something like this, more or less. But I have no idea how I can go about having something like this expand to this. Like from what I read, there are some like variadic variables, like, yeah, this might take a while to figure out. Well, it's not that important right now. At least this is working correctly. Okay, state count, states. Yeah, I am very happy about this part. Okay, so let's take a look at this OSA module. How can I overcome this? Yeah, so like for every key, I would have to put it in a function. And I think that function would need to receive which event was it, right? Because like depending like if it's pressed or unpressed, we have to process it differently. Okay, process record. Yeah, so like in case of this key, for example, we have to call like process OA VDL. But okay, so that will be over here, but for the tab code, okay, tab code. Yeah, so that will be another switch. We will have to kind of figure out. Okay, I think we can do it maybe maybe something like this. Okay, we would need a function. This one has to return some value because we'll have to return the same value from here. So let's call it, okay, how can we call it? Maybe something like this. We would need a key code, but over here, instead of the record, we are actually only interested in the state, if it's pressed or if it's depressed. And that is I think it's a boolean, right? So we can go like this. By default, we're gonna return true. So that will be exactly what this one is doing. And okay, so I'm thinking maybe I can just copy this whole thing. Okay, maybe let's do just one. Which key should I take? Okay, maybe this one. Web back, zoom in, zoom out. Okay, wheel up. Okay. Let's take a look. So, okay, over here. So we're gonna have a key code. We're gonna have an event. So I think we can process maybe in the same way as we did. Okay, so it's gonna be, okay, this. Okay, and we're gonna change that to something simpler. Okay, if pressed, it's sending this. And if it's all right. And then if I would like to call this from my tab code, I could do the same. I can just drop the key code and I can just drop, well, I don't even have to do much. I mean, I wouldn't have to add. I can, okay, give me a second. Do I still have to call it off? No. Okay, tab code. Okay, it's true. So my function would look something like this. Okay. Oh, Tech Teens. Welcome, welcome. How are you doing? That would be OSA tab code. It's gonna be just key code like this. And you're in class. Again, you should be paying attention to the class, not watching some strangers on YouTube. Okay, so OSA process key code. Okay, that should be good, let's say. It's a lab class. Oh, I don't think it changes anything, right? You're still not paying attention. And antennas are very important. You know, I forgot how it was called, like how the radiation is spreading from the antenna. You know, it's not like people imagine it's like a sphere, but it's a bit different. How are you gonna design antennas later on if you don't know how they work? Okay, so it's gonna be, okay, OSA, process, process key code, and it's gonna be our key code, and it's gonna be true, because you want to press that. Okay, I have no idea what a phase shifter is. I mean, kind of, I think I know. So you have like two signals, so they will be like getting apart more and more, right? Depending on the angle. If I'm like, it's been a while. All right, so process key code over here. And we're gonna jump over here, switch key code. That's the key code if pressed, and that's it. Yeah, the input signal is delayed by 45 degrees in frequency. Yeah, something like that. Something like that. Okay, so before I messed up everything, maybe it would be nice to just commit some changes. Which one was it? OSA keys. Okay. So this one is okay, using repeat key. And over here is what? Okay, OSA keys. Okay, so that's the one. And this one relates to battery engine. Have I changed there something? I think it's from yesterday. Okay, I'm gonna commit this. And that's about it. Alrighty. Would be nice to test this one out. Let's go back. Oh, what a mess. All those introspection C files, like every module has the same file. Kind of losing it, which one is what. Okay, so we have this one back. What I'm gonna do, let's go over here. I'm gonna remove this repeat key. I don't want that. And okay, back. Okay, I think I have this keyboard working. Let's see which one was back. Maybe this one. This one was forward. Something is not quite right. Oh, that one was back. Okay, browser back. Okay, that's okay. Forward, back, and this one is refresh. Is it? This one is refresh. Okay, so the refresh, back, and forward. So now if I change that, I'm gonna only be able to use this back key. Let's comment this one out. So no browser back from here. And we're gonna do it over here. And this should work without needing to include the repeat key and without like changes to the structure, because we're not gonna be using this anymore. I'm just gonna drop it like this, key code and true, and that's it, because basically that's what I've been doing over here, just setting it to true. and setting up the key code. Okay, let's see if it even compiles. Probably not. Surprise me, please surprise me and compile. Okay. Can't say I am not surprised. But I'm surprised that there is no flash drive. Okay, now it's there. Okay, so if everything is correct, I shouldn't be able to scroll. Yes, that is correct, because we are processing it where? Through the stop code, right? So we jump over here, we end up over here, and we jump to this function. But this function has no idea what we are trying to do with scrolling. It only knows this one code. So now forward. Okay, how come it's forward? Ah yes, okay, because we are not tapping. Okay, I messed up. I should have changed it as usual. Okay, let's change this. OA and W back. Okay, that should work. How about now? So if I go up, it should browse. It should drop browser back. Okay, it's flashed and okay, it works. It looks like it works. Yeah, we have browser back. And we don't need this structure anymore. We can just go with this. Okay. Okay, so how can we proceed with that? What can we do about it? Let's see. Looking at the other key codes over here. Okay, so we're gonna move processing over here, and from here okay, would I be able to do it like this, since we are just gonna process this? So maybe I can do, okay, I can't do tap code because I need a record as well. That sucks. That's gonna be a duplication in a way. Okay, no, I think I can do it like this. I can call process key code, I can drop the key code, and I can also do record, right, event pressed, and that's it. And I don't have to do anything over here. I just need to do it like this. Yeah, so I think all of that we can comment out, copy to that other function, so like the whole processing will be moved. Okay, so over here I will just call that one with the proper event. Looks like it might work. But over here we need to change. Okay, let's see. Basically we have to swap this one. How can I replace? Probably somehow with Vim. How was it? Was it like G? I forgot. Never mind. Okay, let's see. Vim replace. Okay. Arrange. Okay, let's see. So it's like this. Record event pressed. We have to change to pressed. I think it doesn't work in Visual Studio, does it? But the question is, okay, so I think maybe I just used the wrong shortcut. Okay, replace, no, Control H. Okay, record event pressed, we have to change to pressed like this. Okay, swap this one. And that's it. That should do it. Okay, I wonder if it works right now. Let's go back. That will be wheel up, and technically all of the other keys should work right now as well. Okay, return OSA process. Okay, I forgot true over here at the end. For all the keys that are not processed, and I think that's it. Well, that was a fast compilation. Okay, key map introspection, but it's not saying anything about OSI keys, is it? No. Okay, let's say I believe it. Do I have a scroll? Okay, it's scrolling, so it means it works. Let's see. What's that? Okay, backward, forward. Right. Okay, so we have all the keys back. We have our tab code without needing the extra key over here. Yes, we only with the detection. OS detection, we don't need the... What was the name? Repeat key. I think that was the name. And that is very good. So let's take a look over here. We can clean this one up. All the way to here. Okay, this one and this one. Okay, it's looking good. RSA matrix is on. Right. So I guess my keyboard is back from the dead. With all of this, I can finally... I think I can use everything on this one, on this particular one. Okay, let's take a look at those encoders. So this one is alright. Let's remove this one, encoders in matrix num. Okay, I think we would have to do something. Oh no, okay, because if we are including this, we're gonna be needing these values either way. I think I will have to remove them later, because this is something that user would have to define. So I guess I should do it like this. Let's go over here, and in my keymap file, I think I should define them. Ah, shit. Yes, so they are outside of the module, because like if I'm using the module, I have to define them by myself. So I have to specify how many encoders I have, and I have to specify what resolution I want. Although I think it's something... Okay, if we take a look on QMK, how they are doing this, I think some of the values are defined. Okay, looking at this, I think I might use this one. So instead of defining like a fancy array, they're doing this way. So they have, yeah, I think they're just doing maybe 2 arrays. We need to take a look at this. Maybe there will be easier way to fix that. But what I would like to see, okay, instead of reading this, let's check the code. Encoder over here. Okay, that's quite a lot. Config encoder common. Okay, that's a test app. Okay, over here we have encoder C and encoder.h. Okay, they call it a little bit different. They call it clockwise. I call it direction. Or I can maybe change that to be kind of compatible, maybe, if it even makes a difference. But what I'm interested in is this. Ah, yeah, okay. And I think I will have to also take into account split keyboard. Yeah, so this is a little bit more complicated. Okay, but at the same time, I am not really bound by that. I don't really care about this stuff because my encoders are coming from the matrix, and matrix is just one, right, for the whole keyboard. So that's not my problem. But what I would like to see is like how they are doing this. Okay. How is the macro? Okay, they have an array of pins because like they need like a exact pin to which the encoder is hooked up. And what I need a row and a column where the encoder is hooked up in the matrix. I can't see any mention of encoder resolution, encoder map, so this is a bit different. Oh, it's not defined over here, encoder resolution. So yeah, I guess it means it's not defined at all. Okay, so it looks like this one is not defined by default. Okay, so I guess I'm okay with my implementation as well. So these two values will have to be set. Okay, how can we do this? Well, I mean, there's nothing wrong with having to do this, maybe, I guess. Like having a template like that, I guess it's should be easy for someone to just figure out like what is what. So, you know, just one encoder, another encoder, and you just need to add part A, part B. So that is fairly easy, I guess. To be honest, I don't even have an idea how can I turn this into a macro. And there is something over here that looks interesting. This stuff. Yeah, so we can use it like this. We're gonna specify, okay, clockwise and counterclockwise, like over here, encoder map. Oh yeah, so it will also require you to create an array. So I think basically we could have a similar macro over here. So instead of doing this like that, how would that even look like? It could be called, for example, like encoder path, like this. And we would have a path A. Okay, but we need actually 4 values, right? One path has 2 values, has a row and a column. So basically that would be even more convoluted. Yeah, something like I have over here. I think for now I'm gonna stay with this. So what I need to do, I think I would have to comment this one out. And then I will have to define this somewhere over here. And the difference is that encoders in matrix num, this is resolution, we would be good to, shall we change this magic values to something meaningful? But I think this one we can define maybe over here, because this would be like a fixed value. So it should be something like this. Encoders in the matrix. That will be paths. So every encoder has two paths, and every path has two values. Or maybe not values, but how can we call it? Like coordinates. Encoders in matrix. If it makes sense. So instead of having that, so that will be encoders in matrix paths like this, and this one will be running out of space on the screen. Right. Encoders in matrix, and I call that. No, I think it's too much. Yeah, so something like this. Well, I think this should be maybe easy to turn into macro, some kind of a substitution. The issue is that I have never ever written like a good macro in C, mostly just like a simple defines. So I don't really know how to approach that. Yeah, I think we can maybe use something similar to this, just change that to coordinates. So instead of writing this, we can spit out something like that. Let's see if it's gonna work. Okay, let's do it something like this. Encoder in the matrix. Okay, but I can't really do chords. Okay, maybe like this. I think the names are getting way too long. We have to fix it somehow. Okay, row column, and that would be encoder row, encoder column, something like this, and this should translate to does it even make sense? With this naming, it will take more characters to write the macro than just like dropping raw values. I think I'm gonna ditch that until I come up with like a better naming. Okay, let's see if this even compiles after all those changes. Okay, it's not. Oh shit, okay, looks like we have a problem. That is interesting that, okay, right, encoders in matrix. I would have to change that to introspection as well if I wanted to be within the same name. Ah, damn it. Okay, now it's complaining about our weak function. What is the problem? Okay, it says redefinition. Don't I have different types? No. Okay, hold on a second, because in the magnetic encoders I don't seem to have this issue. Because over here I have it defined like this, non-magnetic encoders. This one is not defined and the naming is the same. Okay. Ah, yeah, it's a bit different because I have it like this. Okay, so I think I have to stick with the introspection. But then it's having issue with this. I guess that's the simplest solution, just to get rid of it. But yeah, I mean, if you include this module, you have to have this function. So I don't think having a weak right now will change anything, because they're gonna end up in the same schema file, because everything will be stitched together. Okay, so how about now? Now it should be okay, I suppose. Okay, fatal error, encoders, no such file or directory. Okay, well, yes, right. I don't need it over here. And just like OSA keys. I think I'll have to change this naming. Maybe EIM or something like that. No idea. Okay, how about now? Okay, it works. Okay, that I mean, it compiles. If it works, should work. But to be sure. Okay, can I scroll? Okay, I can scroll. Good. Very good. Okay, so let's go quickly over here. And yeah, I think... Okay, case 1. I also don't like this naming, but like, how can I name them properly? I guess I would need like another macro for that. Okay, let's do this one, because I have one more encoder, and that one was used for zooming in and zooming out. What was the name? Ah, shit, can't remember. Okay, zoom in. Else it's gonna be OSA, tab code, zoom out. Okay, I hope I didn't mess up anything. Okay, quick upload. Okay, so one more check. Okay, I think I messed up something, because now I have no... Yeah, I have only zoom. Okay, something is off with the way I'm calling it. Ah, yes. It's not... the problem is not with the way I'm calling it, I just forgot to break it. Yeah. Okay, now it should be better. Okay, scroll is back, and the other one should be zoom. But the zoom is backwards, actually. Okay, let's see. That's not the problem. Probably I have it connected the other way around. That's why it's getting the opposite direction. But that's not an issue, even if something that can be changed in firmware anytime. Okay, how are we doing? Okay, zoom in, zoom out, and okay, reset. I think I went too far with the key codes, and I forgot which one was what over here. Okay, the third one. Okay, now it makes you wonder, okay, but the switch is hooked up differently, so I think the switch will work, because I also have a switch in the encoder. So the switch was meant to reset the zoom. So this one maybe I shouldn't have removed. I think it was zoom RST. I made such a names that I can't even remember. ZORT. I was close. I think it would be better if it was ZRST. Yeah. Okay, never mind. Okay, one more try. Does it work? Yes. Okay, I have reset. Okay, zoom in, zoom out, and reset. Perfect. Okay. So, what else do we need to do? So the OSA keys, I think we have it done. No need to change anything. I think I can remove this action. I don't think we need that anymore. Just to be sure, quick compile. Yeah, because we're not using anything from the action anymore. Okay, this one, scroll activated. I think I should change this. Because, for example, over here I have, what was the name? Okay, magnetic encoder update user. So maybe, okay, encoders in matrix. What was the name? It was also something. Encoder matrix update user. So maybe we should change naming over here as well. OSA scroll. No. Something is up. Okay, that's an internal function. Okay, messed up again. Okay, but this one, all right, this one is, okay, that's the weak one. Yeah, so that was correct. Okay, so it's gonna be OSI scroll update user. Let's change that. Okay, hold on a second. I don't think I'm even using that. Okay, scroll activated, but what we are really using is this. Do I have it overridden anywhere? Maybe inside core D? But at the same time, it's not really taking any values, not returning anything. Void. So what's the point? Okay. Okay, so definitely I will change it so to have it kind of similar to other ones. Update user. OSI scroll update user, and I have to change over here. Like this. Okay, so that one was actually built for Cordy specifically. Okay, so this one is meant, okay, I get it now. So this function is not really meant to tell you what was the rotation or what was the scroll, whatever. This one is actually for the user to set up the scroll. So once you override it, you can, based on some specific criteria, you can enable a vertical or horizontal scroll or disable it at the same time. So that's like the other way around. That's for you to set up what's happening inside the module. Okay, well that was kind of successful. I really wasn't expecting that this will go so well. Yeah, we managed to clean this up nicely compared to what I had before. So I can go back to my keyboard. I think it was inside the matrix. And we can get rid of all of that. So no more messy processing. Well, I'm still doing infrared. Maybe something I should look into, but this one definitely not gonna be a module. Yeah, I think I can do it some other way around. Maybe since I know how to read the matrix pins right now, maybe I can process that in like a separate function. But I'm very happy to remove that. And this stuff can go away as well. Yeah, this infrared is kind of like sticking out like a sore thumb. Okay, would it still compile after all those changes? Of course not. Okay, there is still this alt name somewhere. Introspection C, OSI. Okay, scroll update user. What's the problem? Now it should be no problem. Perfect. Okay. All right. I guess we are kind of done for today. I think tomorrow I will try to clean this up and make this public. Especially, I mean, I've done a lot of changes to battery engine. There were some changes to OSA module as well. So I'll have to update this and documentation. I will also have to publish those encoders in Matrix. So I think tomorrow I'm not gonna stream because I will be working on that, and I don't think that will be that much interesting to stream. I will be back on Wednesday. On Wednesday we're gonna take a look at one-shot keys in Core D. And let me quickly take a look. What other stuff do we have to do before we move on? Okay, let's see. Okay, to do. Right. So what do we have over here? Okay, for Core D, we have a config app that I'm not gonna bother with that. Layout generator, so I've done this, almost finished. I did it off stream. Okay, so we have some manual job. We have to test the remaining extensions. I was supposed to fix that, but I didn't. Okay, PCB, okay. Do we have anything else with QMK modules to do? Okay, this one, bearing, okay. Okay, this one, we are done. Okay, so expand OSA keys. This one is finished. Okay, these are our specials. So this one is done as well. Encoders in Matrix done as well. Holy shit, so much progress. Wow. Who would have that? Okay, laser sensor. Okay, this one is not important. Okay, so definitely we have to take a look at Core D and the one-shot keys to make them somehow compatible with OSA module. So we will have a proper one-shot key depending on the operating system. And after that, we will take a look at the extensions because I have some to test still. Okay, So more or less, we know what we'll be doing this week. Right. So I'll be seeing you on Wednesday. By then, have plenty of rest. Thank you very much for watching. And please be back on Wednesday. We're gonna do some other stuff. Well, it's gonna be still C, so maybe not that much exciting. But maybe if we can fix it quickly, we're gonna jump into like testing all those modules for Cordy, because I have a bunch. We still have an analog encoder to test. I'm not sure if I will be testing magnetic encoder, because I have currently, I think I have AS5600. Yeah, and I still need to take a look at the source code for Cordy and clean it up a little. There's so much stuff to do. Okay, but definitely we'll be back on Wednesday. We're gonna be doing something. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I guess bye bye. See you on Wednesday.